Chainsaw Man. Are we good to go? That's the question. We are good to go. Absolutely good to go. So yes, we actually have ready to actually cover the most latest chapter of Chainsaw Man, which happens to be chapter 35. And as we know, chapter 34. Oh boy, it's getting real. Currently in the Chainsaw Man world. I said the word correctly. Basically, yeah. Aki's currently fighting the ghost thing, and it's just like, you kind of got from the contract he actually made beforehand, he's gonna die in the worst possible way. So you currently think to yourself, what's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Will Himeno come back and possibly kill him? Who knows? It's anyone's game, as they say in this manga, because who knows what's gonna happen at this point. I'm terrified. Every single chapter I'm just like, oh god, what could? Because Aki's life has just currently gone down like worse and worse. Like there's bad, there's like terrible like life to lead, and then there's Aki's life, which is just poor dude, just poor dude. So anyway, it's actually important to actually go live. So yeah, it's like how could this possibly get any worse? Oh wow, I don't actually have to do any. Oh my god, thank you, Twitter. It saved my last tweet for some arbitrary reason, so I actually have to put this go on live for Chainsaw Man chapter 35. Yeah, boy. That's how you do it. That's how you beat the system, boy. And we're good to go on that front, and on that front, we're certainly good to go as well. So anyway, let's begin chapter 35, which is minor. One thing I will always say, I don't kind of enjoy Manga Plus's actual viewer, to be honest. And also, why is the camera constantly going in and out of the matrix? So you've improved since last time. If you use my power, your right eye will see a sliver into the future. But that's all. Oh, he's got that power. He's got King Crimson. He's got King Crimson. He's King Crimson. Gah. Ah. Keep squeezing, choking to death. Poor Aki. Just save the poor man. It's just everything's gonna die. Stay with me as well. I'll give you a cigarette. I don't smoke. It'll rot your bones. This seems like it would be a long relationship, so I sure would like it if you smoked. Fine, I'll smoke it, but just the one. This is the only cigarette I'll smoke in my entire life. Yes, I'll light it for you. Making a minor smoke, you're a real you're a real terrible mentor. You're a minor? Yeah. You can't smoke, duh. But why do I have to kill off Himeno? Give me that. I'll hang on to this for you then. And when you're all grown up and start needing something to take the edge off, I'll give it back to you. Gotta love how essentially his life is just pure suffering. Oh no. Oh no! Easy revenge. What? I knew that had to be like a Chekhov gun at some point. He told me that because the ghost devil has no eyes, what it sees is fear. Himeno, I'll join you soon. She sounded like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Snake. Don't kill her. Oh! Kabeni. Why did you stay with... What did you say? Why did you stay with public safety? Because we get our bonuses soon. She's back. She is back. Kabeni is back, boys. Well, that was a good end to a chapter, technically speaking. I mean, nothing terrible happened, surprisingly. Let's be real here for a second. We got Kabeni back. What more can we ask for? We actually need Himeno back. She does protect, but most of all, she attack as well. We've seen her unhinged, so it's fine. We know that Kabeni's unhinged as all hell. So we have that absolute gold one to look forward to. Bless you, Fujimoto. Bless you. You're giving me the good stuff. You give me Kabeni back. I was depressed when Kabeni left. I was like, why would you kick out Kabeni out of the storyline? She's like the best character besides Power and everyone else. But my prayers have been answered. It's like they're listening to me currently. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, back on topic of Aki's pure suffering. I mean, he even declares at one point that he's just gonna be like, he's gonna join her. I was like, you don't join her, boy. It's just Also, like, he has King Crimson as well. That's also kind of cool. He has King Crimson now. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. He actually managed to kind of yeah, essentially, basically. It's kind of cool, actually. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of essentially the way it kind of goes out, like, how would you describe it? Because you've seen this beforehand as well, like, that whole entire battle, I guess, is when, like, the mentor dies, and then by some miraculous fluke, their legacy lives on somehow, by some, like, sliver of information comes through, and actually then you take down the enemy. Like, it's one of those things that it's kind of, and also, yeah, there's still suffering still. It still ends up with suffering because he actually does. Well, who knows though? Who knows if she actually is dead? That's the real question. Because she could come back. Because let's face it, he has to die in the worst possible way. There's no way in hell he could die via anyone else's hands besides Himeno. And I'm guessing Himeno will come back in some capacity besides the cigarette just then, because I knew the cigarette had to come back in some capacity, because it was a Chekhov gun just firing off from somewhere. It was just like you have to bring that back in some capacity, and they did it. And actually, it was quite well done as well, because it's one of those things, as you say, it kind of gets rid of her completely. But I still don't think she's gone. I don't think she's gone completely, because Aki's life isn't kind of like he can't be happy, so she has to come back. I really do feel sorry for her though. Like, Kabeni's life is just pure suffering as well. she's like, she was losing her goddamn mind like two chapters ago, and she's like, well, I'm leaving, and now she's like, I'm back because the bonuses are pretty good, so I have to stay here. It's just, everyone's pure suffering. But yeah, I maintain Himeno will come back in some capacity. Like, at some point down the line, she has to do something, because besides this event, because this event also is kind of like, I guess, a catalyst maybe for the kind of the future of unless possibly Aki kind of grows beyond it as well. That's the thing as well. In essence, he might not kind of let his emotions get the better of him, possibly, maybe. He did kind of like yeah, but she being dead wouldn't, I don't know, because I can't figure out any other way that they could send out Aki's character besides besides with Himeno, because there's no other possible death worse than him dying via the hands of Himeno, because of the person he cares about. So if she were to come back and say a ghost, or in some like, I guess, what's the word? Kind of like pretty good, how are you? I guess in some kind of like disgusting way, and then kills him, it's the worst way to go out for him, because he goes out like that, unless Unless, yeah, the Gun Devil kills him as well. But the only other way I can think of the Gun Devil kills him is if he actually almost kills the Gun Devil, and then the Gun Devil kind of gets one up on him and kills him. Because then it's kind of like how it's like Diego in JoJo Part 7, how Diego goes, bleh. Well, I won't say anything, but essentially his character, like the way that it kind of goes about. Essentially, his character is kind of I'd imagine Aki's character might in theory go like as well. I don't know, but it's kind of interesting because it's one of those things that it's like there's about a billion possible theories of how he could die, and it's actually one of those things you kind of fear it as well. That's the major thing. Like you kind of do in theory fear every single event with him because anything can in theory be the moment he dies because it's been set in stone already. So anything that could happen could be his death. So essentially this whole entire fight could in theory be the end of him, but thankfully no. Yeah, that's also true as well. It doesn't very have some yeah, good point. There's more to it later on as well, because I don't think this whole entire fight's over just yet. There's got to be something. There's got to be something going on here as well. There's got to be more to this fight. But yeah, I mean, who knows, as they say? Who knows with Aki's character? So I guess Aki's character has sort of become like a bit more like prominent within the narrative now, because again, as I was saying before, did I say beforehand, like his character is kind of relegated to the background because he's kind of the major character. Yeah. Like, his character is the character meant to be following this whole entire time, but we're kind of relegated to following Denji's character, because Denji's kind of the main protagonist, but he isn't. Technically speaking, Aki is. But in this kind of arc, in the previous one, his character's kind of doing this with the power struggle between him and Denji. In essence, Denji's kind of going like that, while Aki's doing that. So I'd imagine that possibly now we can actually get some more time with him, that actually we kind of get to know him a bit better, and actually then possibly, who knows, that the worst way to go out is him actually kind of becoming the protagonist of the actual world itself. And actually then he goes out that way, and in essence we go so attached to him that when he dies it kills us inside as well. Who knows? Because that's also kind of a major thing with Fujimoto's work as well, the idea of actually becoming the protagonist of the world itself. Because it's kind of evident that there's actually this paradigm shift between the two characters. Like, in essence, one's further up than the other, and it kind of just does this constantly. I don't know, but that's the only other way. That's the only way I can think of him going out, is that he becomes a protagonist and he gets killed because of it. That would be an interesting thing. Like, he inadvertently dies by the hands of the thing that yeah. That could, yeah, smoking could in theory be, yeah, that could in theory be it as well. Because don't forget, it's one of those things that could in theory be in this world, that because he's been halved down to 2 years, that him smoking makes it even worse. That's the kind of, that's actually kind of a major thing as well, that smoking can make everything worse for him. Who knows? Actually, who knows? God, that's actually a good point. Because if this, I guess if smoking has the exact same health effects as it has in our world, then him smoking with the 2 years he's got left will make everything kind of worse for him. But yeah, who knows? We don't know what's actually gonna happen. I maintain that Himeno will come back, or the fact is that the power struggle between Denji and him will go to a close and then he dies. And actually, that's how he goes out. Like, he becomes the protagonist. Like, he becomes the thing we want him to be since day one. And that is the worst thing he could have done, was actually kind of become the protagonist of the world. Because again, it's the same thing as with Fire Punch. In essence, when Agni becomes the protagonist of the world, he then inadvertently kind of destroys the world. Like, he kind of just screws everything over. So the same thing could apply here. Like, in essence, him becoming a bit more prominent in the narrative is actually his downfall. Who knows? Because this whole entire fight itself is actually very, like, reminiscent of a fight in poor Arai though. Arai was a good boy. Arai was actually a very good boy, but alas, we got to pour one out for the boy. We got to pour one out. We got to put an F in the chat and pour one out for our boy Arai. We got Companion back at least. It's a consolation prize, but we need our family back. That's what we do need. We need our family back. But yeah, I think I'll probably do it for today's stream. Well, we're actually now up to covering it weekly, I guess, and that's it. takes a break sometime. Good point. I do not want Sensei to die either, because he's goddamn cool. Everyone's got a death flag though, literally. Everyone's got one at this point. Okay, I guess besides Power's just kind of there. She's casually just going about everything. I mean, Makima's kind of got a pseudo one, though the major thing with her is we don't really know who she is. But yeah, I mean, everyone else kind of does in theory have one. Like, kind of has a major one. Denji's kind of got the major one of him losing his humanity, so that could in theory be his downfall as well. Aki's got the most massive one of the whole entirety of the universe. But Makima dying could in theory also then be a turning point for Denji's character as well. Who knows? Because there's the means to an end kind of plot idea as well. Because her death could be a means to an end for him to actually kind of like become again the protagonist of the world itself, and actually then it'd be his downfall. But I don't know if it's actually going to repeat the exact same thing that happened in Fire Punch, because Fire Punch, it was actually that. Like, he actually becomes Fire Punch, and actually that was his downfall. I think he'd probably do it again, but if he does, it'd be interesting, because it kind of is like, he becomes Chainsaw Man, technically speaking, I guess. If Denji fucking dies. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what if they actually kill him off as well? Like, that would be an interesting one. Like, he just goddamn just dies, like, out of nowhere, just dead. Yeah, good point. What would happen then if he does die? Like, Aki becomes a protagonist, and then what happens if he dies? You know, then no one's left. We don't follow anyone at that point, because everyone's dead. Besides Kobeni. Kobeni's still okay. That's a consolation prize we need in life. Kobeni's still fine. But yeah, I mean, until next Sunday. Well, Monday now. until next Sunday/Monday for chapter 36 of Chainsaw Man. As always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire streams as a whole on Twitch, then do leave that follow on Twitch, because indeed, that's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, that's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want a bit longer, then do indeed leave a sub, because indeed, that's something quite a bit. And if you have enjoyed this whole entire thing, if you want to stay a bit longer, the whole entire point in doing through, follow me on Twitter, or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you streams or live streams I do as well. But until next time, chapter 36 of Chainsaw Man. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.